Baby, Bertha said if he young and he got a lot of money, he could feel all night. But if not, no money, no feel. Let's get into it. Cue the music. Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate or fuck discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We here to discuss Kandi in the Game, episode like 866. I'm gonna figure it out in the comments or in the thing down there. Anyway, let's get into it, girl. The episode opens up. They down at OLG, and these Detroit grannies come in, Miss Pearl and Miss Merle and Miss Cheryl. I don't know, but they start popping, and look, Aunt Nora is loving it. She is here for it. Aunt Bertha is looking like, what the hell is going on? I live for Aunt Bertha. All of a sudden we move on. Torrin comes in rocking his Shades by Drika. So now we know in the 6th episode, Drika got a business called Shades by Drika. Drika, why haven't you been said this? Girl, you should have been wearing shades in all of your doggone confessionals. You should have been handing out shades to people. Why? You just horrible at marketing. I need you to get better at that. But she wanna basically pull Torrin aside and tell Torrin about the conversation she had with Kandi. So Torrin was like, all right, well, who's gonna watch the whole stand? She was like, oh, it's fine. Girl left the whole stand by itself. People sitting at the door don't know what to do. Ma'am, seat yourself. Cause Drika don't give a damn about nothing. So she gets him back there where they talk, and she basically tells him that Don Juan had confronted her about something that she allegedly said, saying that Kandi and Ty don't give a damn, and also Kandi and Ty knows about it. So now she's on a scavenger hunt. She really believes, I believe her suspects are Patrick and Melvin, Brandon, Marie, and Rashad. Those are her suspects. Torrin is like, I really can't see none of them really being snitches, but you might need to just expand your mystery. So the doggone producer's like, do you think anybody else could be, one of the snitches, or maybe you need to reevaluate your options? And she was just like, I don't know. I don't think so. And it's just like, girl, why do you care? You said that shit. If you'd have just stood on it, I wouldn't have cared. I just would have learned how to shut my mouth. Because she even said it to Torrin. She was like, I talk so much shit to so many people, I don't know who it is. Well, you know what, Drika? This is why you in the situation you in. Anyway, let's move on. Patrick takes Kandi to see the apartment. For the life of me, I don't understand why Patrick is the center of this apartment. Maybe Melvin just don't want to be bothered with all that. But when he taking her around the apartment, we don't hear Melvin say two peeps. He took her to the area where he gonna do his sound bowls. And Kandi was like, when you started doing sound bowls? Oh, Safari got me onto this. Then he takes her over there where the hanging TV is. And he was like, Safari taught me how to do this. And she was like, wait a minute. Safari is really like taking care of everything, huh? Like, what's going on? Like, you acting like you whipped. And he is. So they start to talk about the housewarming. And Kandi asks him, is he still gonna do it? He responds and says, nope, she don't want to do it. And Kandi was like, okay, now pause. This is who you are, Patrick. You are the life of the party. This is what you do. And Kandi has that background because at the beginning of this scene, she lets us know that Patrick was actually named after her brother that passed, and that Melvin has lived with her whole life. They like mama cousin. She's like their mama cousin, basically, because she raised them damn near. So she was like, you got to get back to you. You can't lose yourself in your girlfriend because that's what she wants. I get it. You want to make sure you respect her, but you got to get back into what you want to do. And just like the little biatch Patrick was like, okay, I'll have the party. He just like women to be in control. And it wouldn't surprise me when he was talking about them swings and them cuffs, it was for him. Let's move on. So he's going to do the doggone party. Don Juan and Philip meet up with Kandi and Ty. Child, they over there to discuss some OLG products and stuff. But Don Juan got more tea. As so sis do. Sis always got tea. Don Juan, every time we turn around, sis, you got tea. But he got more tea, and he showed them the video of Brandon and doggone Damn Unique. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that should have been shown, because y'all just reckless. And at the end of the day, how y'all don't look up and see the cameras? They got cameras everywhere in restaurants, duh. Like, I'm confused. What? Anyway, he showed them making out, and Ty basically says it's wrong. Ty was like, this not cool. That ain't right. Kandi was like, well, hold up. you met me at work. What you mean? He was like, yeah, and I'm not saying it was right. It worked out good, but it still is wrong. Todd, you can't be like, do as I say and not as I do. Because you did meet Kandi at work and you was just a producer or a cameraman or something you was doing. But either way, she had more position than you did, and you did the same thing. Now, I don't know if y'all made out behind the scenes on tape, but I'm just saying, you can't throw them type of rocks. But anyway, then Todd basically feels like this is why Brandon can't be a general manager, and he can't. Brandon is not responsible. Now it makes sense why he had them folding chairs in his dining room. He's not even responsible enough to make decisions to put real chairs in his house. Why did y'all think he could run a restaurant? Make it make sense. But I'm with Todd. He can't be a general manager. Then he brings up the fact that Pebbles told him about Brian. Brian basically had a boxed wine in his bag when they had their little outing, I guess, or whatever. And she's concerned. So Don Juan says he's going to deal with that later, and he's going to have a talk with Brian because he's concerned about Brian. OLG comes in for the presentation. They looking at, I believe, some seasoning, some look like sweet tea or lemonade, and some other stuff, some recipes they can sell. And I think that's nice that they expanding the OLG brand because I love OLG, OLNG. Mama Joyce get on my nerves the most though, but I still love Mama Joyce, so I'm here for it. Ty brings up the fact that he's decided he is gonna go in the kitchen, but under one condition, everybody goes in with him. I was like, that's just like Ty. He looked like the type of person that'd be like, well, I ain't gonna do it by myself. Since y'all want me to go, you gotta come too. You just give me them type of vibes, some BAN vibes, a bitch ass nigga. But yeah, he said he wanted everybody to come back, and Aunt Bertha's gonna be the kitchen manager. Girl, Aunt Bertha was like, child, I ain't trying to do all that. And Ty was like, you could be the kitchen manager. We move to the next scene. Brian meet up with Don Juan, and they talk about his sobriety. So Brian Don Juan goes to Brian and says, hey, look, I was told by Pebbles that you had this wine in your thing. Are you drinking again? And Brian was like, I drink wine. And he goes, well, why are you drinking wine, Brian? Because I want to. Brian, baby, listen to me because I love you. I don't want you to go back down that road. I don't want you to be in a place where you was. And I get it. It's just a small glass of wine here and there or sipping here and there. But it's going to lead into other stuff, Brian. Please go get some help. And this was the part that killed me and made me upset. Y'all know how I am about mental health. When that dude said I could not deal with rehab or AA, I just had to give it to God. That's the reason why black people are not up on their mental health right now. Because we always want to give it to God. When you get run over by a truck, do you give it to God or do you take your ass down there to the hospital and see what's going on? When you're feeling sick and under the weather, do you give it to God or do you go call a doctor and make an appointment to see what the hell is going on? Anything physically happen to you, do you give it to God or do you go and put some effort in that while you give it to God? Y'all have to stop doing that. You can give it to God. No, by no means do I not want you to do that, but you have to go get checked when it comes down to your mental health and to your sobriety. Everything you can't just give it to God. What the scripture say, faith without works is dead. You niggas are 6 feet deep. Let's move on. So yeah, basically, Don Juan is like, look, I'm trying to get in front of this. I don't want to look back and say, I wish I could have or I should have. I want to get in front of it right now. And Brian goes on to say, well, listen, this is not the time. I'm good now. If any time I was going to do it, it would have been 2 months ago or 3 months ago when my sister basically offed herself. So now we find out that she didn't die from just drinking. She got drunk and she shot herself. And he was like, that would have been the time that you would have had to worry about me. Now, Don Juan is shocked because Don Juan didn't know this. And I'm like, oh, wow. Sis, he don't even be sharing with you like that. Dang, Don Juan, but I don't blame him. I wouldn't share with you neither. Anyway, but he lets Don Juan know that was the time, and Don Juan is understanding of that, but I don't think that conversation should just stop there. I really do think Brian needs more help because I love Brian and I want Brian to succeed. So I personally think he needs more help and more accountability for the things he do. Let's move on. Safari brings some stuff by Patrick House, child. She ain't brought nothing but a rug and a beanbag. Chill. And he talking about, see, I'm glad I hired you over touring. She's like, fantastico. I'm like, she could have brought you folding chairs from Brandon House and you would have loved that too. Anyway, so she's over there and he feels like Safari is so special because she made him prove himself to her. He didn't just give it to her. Or she didn't just give it to him like all the other girls was doing. And I'm like, who is giving it? Y'all desperate up there in Atlanta? Who is just giving Patrick some cooch? I get it, his body might be nice, but when you talk to him, you still want to give it to him? Girl, y'all getting desperate up there now. Nah, y'all getting desperate. I can't do it. So he tells her about the housewarming because basically Kandi make more money in paying the bills and the rent. And Kandi done told him, oh, you gonna have this housewarming. And guess what, Safari? You ain't got nothing to say about it because you don't pay and bill, rent, nothing like that. Said what I said. But she was like, I'll go along with it because he be supporting me, but I know who ain't coming, Drika and them. Girl, why you so pressed about Drika? Drika got a whole man. Why are you so pressed? And Drika, why would you even want to go? I'm confused. I wouldn't want to go to Patrick's house. Girl, please, unless it's going to be lit. Now, then I probably would have thought about it. But other than that, boy, bye. Let's move on. Drika asked Rashad if he snitched. Now, Rashad was so quiet to me and so cool and so nice. But now you just a BAN too. You over there snitching. Because now I understand why Drika thought it was you who snitched. Because what you did as soon as she asked you, you went right over the downline and said, I didn't think it was right that Drika going around asking people if they snitched. This is why you can't deal with everybody. Anyway, downline grabs Drika and bring her outside. You know, everybody got to go outside. Nobody talks in the restaurant. And ask her what's going on with her asking people about the rumor. She responds and says, yes, I am asking, but in my defense, somebody's going around saying this and I need to know who it is. So then downline set her up for the kill and was like, so did you say it? And she goes, no, I didn't say it. He said, well, what if I told you it was me who snitched? She said, I'm going, huh? Child, downline played that video and asked her again and said, now didn't you just look me in my face and tell me you didn't say it? Oh, I was saying it because I repeated what somebody else had said. Then you go again, Drika. You can't be messy like that and be scary. You just can't, girl. I just don't understand for you. Like, I just... Why? Just shut up. Just shut up. She gets to the doggone confessional and was like, I guess I'm the snitch. I snitched on myself. You are. Don't do that, though. You got to stop. If you're going to be doing whatever you got to do, stand on that. And on the other side, no, I was going to say I felt the way about downline them taping, but that's their restaurant. They got to tape everything. If you get caught in 4K. Anyway, let's move on. So it's days in the kitchen. It's the kitchen day. All the OLG, all tied, Kandi, everybody there. Now, Bertha was ready to write Tide and Kandi ass up because it was late. And she should. But Ty was like, oh, you're doing too much. Shut up, Ty. That's that girl needs money. It all belongs to Kandi. Shut up. Black women, please stop dating these broke dudes. Because then when they come up, that's how they start acting. Jesus Christ. Especially when you done help pick them up. Anyway, so they give them all hair nets. And Bertha is over there giving, trying to put up her rings or whatever in her pocket. And it's the white hand. It's an unknown hand, but I'm assuming it's a producer because it's OLG. Ain't many white people in the restaurant. Goes to tap Bertha like on her back. And child, when I tell you Bertha went to swat that hand and said, boy, you like the guy slapped. I said, oh Lord. And told him, look, baby, if you young with plenty of money, he can feel all day. But no money, no feel. And I know that's right. Bertha said what she said, and she meant that shit too. Anyway, so it's time for them to get back in the kitchen. Downline is giving them assignments, and Downline tells Todd, hey, look, you're going to be working on eggs, and whatever Melvin wants in his kitchen, that's basically what we're going to do. This is Melvin's kitchen. And Todd was like, oh, we'll see about that. Todd, you are... Why do you get on my nerves? Now I understand Mama Joyce when she said, why did you hook Kandi up with Todd? Now I understand. So the OLG get in their confessional and says, baby, see, he would have fired Melvin a long time ago if he could. Melvin only here because he know Kandi gonna pitch a fit if he try to fire him. And then and Aunt Bertha said, yeah, and if he do, Melvin gonna beat his ass. I said, oh Lord, that must have been a conversation they had. I promise you, Melvin done told Aunt Bertha one of them days coming home from work, I'm gonna beat this nigga up. As you should. I ain't mad at you. But anyway, they get back in the kitchen and Todd over there rolling eggs. Talking about, oh, this easy. But when it started to pick up, oh, now I understand. He rolling eggs for these deviled eggs. I don't know what kind of deviled eggs it was. It looked like it was more chicken than egg. But basically Melvin was like, this is the most tedious thing on the menu, but the most popular. So this station always gets like slammed, basically. So he back there rolling eggs, girl sending out food, the food cold, coming up cold, and he blaming everybody. That's you, because you didn't do this and you didn't do that. No, bro. Are you stirring up the food in the heaters? Or you just pulling it off the top, talking about you saw smoke. Just because you see smoke don't mean it's hot. Restaurant 101, child. Now the people sending back their macaroni and they spinach and all that stuff and their greens because you didn't stir up the doggone pot. Yeah, I don't like that. Tide, you got to do better. The producers asked Tide and Kandi if they had a new respect for the people that work in the kitchen. Kandi was like, well, I've always had respect for them. And Tide was like, well, I mean, I get it, but now I'm just like, somebody take him out of this doggone stuff because this is just too much. While this is happening though, this is why the inconsistency is in your restaurant. Kandi is over there doing sweet potatoes. The girl is pouring the cinnamon in the sweet potato, and Kandi asks her, see, y'all don't even be catching it. They be setting y'all up for the kill. Kandi set up for the kill and was like, so how you know how much to pour in there? And look at the girl, oh, I just been doing it so long, I just do it like this. That's why the people saying your food's different on Monday than it is on Thursday. And on Wednesday to Saturday. Exhibit A. Now, I don't know if she's making the food better or if she's making it worse. But if you want to know why the food is inconsistent, and then Ty can sit up there and say the data don't support it, the sweet potatoes support it. Let's move on. So now, we move to the next scene. Kandi and Joyce go to Safari Spa. Because basically, Kandi wants to go see who's this girl got my nephew all crazy. So Kandi and Joyce go to Safari Spa, and Miss Joyce is going to get a doggone butt lift, but not with the surgery, the little suctions. And let me say this, Mama Joyce, your thighs look good. Hell, even your butt, 72, you ain't had an ounce of stretch mark or cellulite in sight. I know you was bad when you was younger. Oh, I know it. I know you was bad, because you bad now. Y'all got some good genes. And I'm pretty sure Aunt Nora and Aunt Bertha look good under them doggone coats, too. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I know y'all three wasn't nothing nice. Y'all must have got it from y'all mama. But you look good, Mama Joyce. But while Mama Joyce is getting her ass sucked out, Safari has a conversation with Kandi. And basically, Kandi was just like, why you don't want him to have the housewoman? AKA, bitch, I pay the bills. So what you saying? That's how I took it. And Safari was like, well, it wasn't that, I support him. Now she backpedaling. Because see, although you a businesswoman and you got your business, shout out to you, black woman, Kandi got the bigger business and Kandi make more money and Kandi makes the decision. So you gonna backpedal and moonwalk up out of that. But she was just like, I never had a problem with that. He can have the party. I just, certain people I didn't want to come, like Drika, because Drika don't like me. That ain't how you was talking to Patrick. Keep that same energy, sis. Keep that same energy. But you backpedaled and Kandi said, oh, he gonna have a party. Because I pay the rent. I pay the light bill. The party happening. As it should. But we move on to the next scene. Philip and Don Juan meet up with Brandon. Child, they show Brandon the video of him in the back making out with Dominique. Dominique, you need to reevaluate how Brandon really, like, his genuineness. Is that a thing, genuineness? How genuine he is. Because, baby, when they showed him that video and asked him what he think they should do, the first thing he said was get rid of your ass, send you up the blaze. I was like, wait a minute, you are smitten. You said you got this job for her. You ready to just kick her out? Even Don Juan was like, no. The burden of the responsibility falls on you as a manager. Like, no, we're not going to move her. We need to move you. And then Brandon goes, well, maybe we could just be more professional at work. And I'm thinking, are we talking to a 5-year-old? Fire his ass, Philip. Philip, this is the first fire I'm behind you with. Fire him, because this is getting out of hand. Either way, doggone, Don Juan tells Brandon that he's going to have to reevaluate or rethink about going to Blaze, because basically, you can't stay here. You can't sit here. You can't sit here. So now, Brandon is feeling some type of way. He looking like a little scary little BAN, bitch ass nigga. Y'all know what that is. And I'm just like, girl, I hope whenever you see this, Dominique, y'all have a heavy conversation. Cause see me, that would have told me a lot about how you feel about me. You ready to have me get transferred? as the manager, at the end of the day, you bear more of the responsibility, not me. I mean, what is you saying? So anyway, Dominique is at the dance studio doing her thing, and then Brandon shows up. She had to let him know, baby, that is not good etiquette in dance world. You do not just have people come by, during rehearsals. And Brandon was like, well, you didn't have me come by. It don't matter what she had. It's the way it looks. Anyway, he takes her outside and basically tells her about the conversation with Philip and Don Juan. And says that Kandi knows about this as well. And Dominique was like, so what did you say? Did you say I should move? And he was like, nah, he didn't say that. Flashback, he did. And I hope you watch this and you check his ass about it. But either way, he was just like, maybe we just need to be a little more professional at work. Because she was like, well, what you want, just break up? And he was like, no, I'm not trying to dump you. That's not what I said. We just got to be more professional at work. Brandon, that is not what happened and what came out of that meeting. It was not that y'all were supposed to just be more professional at work. Y'all either had to cut ties or you had to go somewhere. That was the ultimatums. But somehow Brandon just won't let it go. Listen, honestly, convenience-wise, would it be better for Dominique to move? Probably, because she ain't holiday anyway. Child, please, you be at work 2-3 times a week, and you're about to go to London for a month. Who cares? However, I have to stand by the fact that I didn't appreciate Brandon just like, yeah, let her go. These dudes ain't loyal, no they ain't. Check them on that, baby, and I hope you find somebody in London that's better. Let's go. So that was the end of the episode, child. Shades by Drika, y'all go get them. I'm going to have to check them out, I ain't gonna lie, because I'm going to support black businesses. And when I get them, if I get them, I'm going to let y'all know. But don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop down in the comments, please. And let me know what y'all thought about OLG and Aunt Bertha, who runs the show. And I will see you hoes later. Bye.